I am here. I just gotta turn off the air conditioner. So that's why I have the air at the moment. Hello, Tracy. I hope my audio is fine. It's a brand new fucking phone. So I just had to kill the air conditioner. I almost, I was late because I almost got into a fight. Should, yeah. So how's yeah, like I said, it's a brand new fucking phone. It's an upgrade to all that shit, so it better fucking work. I don't know why, but these fucking AirPods are being bitch too. I've been charging them motherfuckers for like a day and a half. I gotta figure out why it's not doing what it's supposed to do. But yeah, I'm surprised Tracy's ever here. I mean, she already knows all this stuff right now. All right, turn your device. At some point. Well, I had a new phone, and I was like, I robbed the casino again, and then I was like, bullshit. That's a nicer phone than the one I got, so I got to get that one instead. That's Charles logic. I would ask how everyone is, but how are you doing, Tracy? Hope you're well. I'll give it like another 30 seconds or so, I guess, give or take. Yeah, um, basically just talk about the updates in the two cases and blah 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 blah. And I don't know, I'm gonna start doing this other case soon enough. That's basically the third thing I was gonna talk about. Because I just can't sit there and wait in Delphi for the rest of my life. Um, I think there's another one I get mixed up with all the time because I know the yogurt shop murders was Texas, and there was four girls. I think damn near all of them were underage, and now we just know that it was some sort of sex fiend. So I mean, basically, I don't get what I don't understand is why they needed to use genetic genealogy to find the killer because long before he started killing people, um, Robert Bashir's, whatever the fuck you want to call his name, um, was arrested for attempted murder and sexual assault on damn near his first victim or whatnot. And he spent like 13 years in prison. What's up? But yeah, straight up. I mean, it's one of those crazy. There's still a few. How many mass murders are still left that are kind of like that? Oh, the one at the bowling alley, man. Have y'all heard about the one at the bowling alley? That one's fucked up. Like two guys showed up in early AM while a whole family was there getting bowling alley prepared for business that day. And I think everybody but like one or two victims were shot to death. And I think there was a total of seven. Those are still unsolved too. And then there's another one. If I try to explain what I remember of it, you're just gonna think I'm crazy. But apparently, a cop covered the whole damn thing up and let his lesbian friend or whatever just basically get away scot free for the rest of her life, kind of. I think two other people were killed in that, at like a diner or some shit. I'm surprising y'all still awake, shit. At least I won't be here and shitty bitch about my audio this fucking episode. But yeah, we'll talk about bashers like more in a minute or whatever. Um, since I know how much people seem to not give a shit about most of the shit that happens in Florida, I figured most everybody here would not like know anything or what's going on with the whole Melly bullshit since his second trial is about to start. Um, but his the supposed alleged accomplice, uh, YNW Borland, the driver of the car that night, has apparently taken a plea deal for the taking lives of his two friends, and I think he's getting life in prison for that. I don't know if that means he's going to testify against Melly or what, but I don't know. If it is, well, I guess Melly's fucked, as he should be, of course. I mean, does anybody here actually think or even know about this case that doesn't think Melly did it? Anybody? Anybody? Yeah, didn't think so. That's pretty a safe assumption. We all knew who the fuck did this. I actually Well, okay, let me give you the breakdown or whatever. There's been multiple rumored, supposedly, allegedly reasons or motives that Belly had to, I mean, kill his friends. I mean, imagine like, how do I say this? I don't know. Lincoln Park went on the warpath, and Chester and Mike Shinoda just killed the other guys. Basically, there was a falling out over money, is from what I do understand was a fact. And what happened was, well, the other three weren't selling fucking records, damn near barely at all. You know what I'm saying? And Melly's the basic one that's like got the hits. So it's like they're make they're under the belief that they're supposed to make the exact fair same amount as the superstar, if that makes any sense. And yeah, so but then there's a whole bunch of like bullshit. Apparently, one of those two that are now dead had possibly, allegedly, threatened Melly's mom, and I think another one. Yeah, basically, there was the mom threat and money, and because of the contract that they had signed, they basically would have done just that. The money that was for the recording contract and stuff would go to Melly and Borland, and the other two were dead. So there you go. I'm sure there's more legalities and such to it, but usually these criminals they don't think too much. what? Get a room, freaks. But yeah. Okay, so they were leaving somewhere. I'm not sure if it was a recording. I think it was a recording studio or like a bar or some bullshit. You know, rappers. But fucking, they all got in the same car. It's on videotape. Melly tried at first to say he never got in the car with them. He went with someone else. And then the cops were like, "You lying bitch, because we get you on the video." He's like, "Oh shit." Well, yeah, but they let me up long before those guys got shot. What time was that they got shot? It was not. Oh, you almost got me, officer. No. Apparently, they tried to say, well, Borland tried to say the shooting occurred at a, I think it was like a traffic stop or whatnot, on a very, in the middle of the night. We're talking about like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and shit. That where nobody was at. Apparently, a drive-by was done on the car, but the problem was when they got to the crime scene, there was no broken glass, there was no metal shreds, there were no bullet casings, there was nothing. There was just no, there was no signs that they were saying actually happened there. If you catch my drift. So the cops basically used math and mileage and everything else to kind of figure out. Uh, Basically, it was another neighborhood, probably a few miles down the road. They knew because of Melly's cell phone pings that they let him out of the car at this one point. Now, I think if I can't remember if he turned off the cell phone or what the fuck happened, but I do know for most of the time they were able to track the cell phone, and Melly just basically made a circle, came back around, and unloaded like the fucking what? Well, it depends. I mean, yeah, his birthday it was that same night, but no, that was Monday, so that would have been 2 days later, or like yesterday, right? Yeah, that was yesterday. Or, I thought today was Monday. No, today's Tuesday. So yeah, I don't celebrate stupid things like birthdays. That's for little kids and shit. Well, I haven't celebrated a birthday in fucking 25 years at least. Oddly enough, what was it? I think I thought I only told 2 people on the internet my birthday, but everybody knows now because they looked up, background check and shit like that. So, I'm probably going to be covering that case involving that. I don't know. I guess he's a singer. I guess I don't fucking know. R. Kelly Jr. The wood chipper candidate, basically, and I mean, here's the weird thing. He's fucking like a 13 or 14-year old, and then all of a sudden, the 13 or 14-year old winds up dismembered in the back of his Tesla, a couple miles down the road. Yeah, I think, yeah, I mean, everybody knows my birthday now. They doxed my ass. The only difference is, yeah, you're probably the only one that actually has a reason to actually remember it. So, and that's because one of your relatives has the same fucking birthday, your mom. It's like an argument I had with a specific person lately. I'm like, I didn't want to know your first name, but I don't know. Yeah, I can't even say. Because I got yelled at. Apparently, supposedly, allegedly, I doxed somebody. Maybe. And the person asked me, and I'm like, "Are you fucking high?" No, no, I'm serious. Are you fucking high? I'm like, for one, I've never doxed anybody that didn't approve of being doxed in the first place. In fact, there was one person, and we did that as a joke, and she knew full well what I was doing. Um, Second problem with that was, other than the first name of that person, I didn't know anything. I don't know how old the person is. I don't know when their birthday is. Um, hmm, don't know their middle name, their last name. None of that shit. But apparently, I sent evil people the information so they could do bad things. And my only response to the whole thing was like, "Are you fucking retarded?" And I hate saying that word lately too. It's just like, I had to add a third person to the timeout law to now Prof Melly, and this person's on there, so it's just fucking. I'm just like, you have somebody that's no matter what, like they just really want to be pissed off at you, even if you defeat them, point out why they shouldn't be mad about the first thing. They're like, oh, and by the time you're done with the whole argument, the person's basically bitching because I don't know, you got the wrong brand of soda or some shit. Yeah, women. That's what. Yeah, it's like fucking. No matter what you do, they're going to find a reason to be mad at you. So it's just like I'm like, you know what? Be mad at me. This is fucking stupid. Enjoy the block list. Now you can go stand in the corner with no prop and think about what y'all did. Okay. Now, I'm not trying to say this big dick, but the tone, man. I don't like the tone. It's like you're talking to me in the tone. It's like, no, 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 no. I'm surprised. I thought Shibby of all people would have right away figured out who I was. But yeah, that is some crazy. Actually, it has come to my attention of why Shibby seems so familiar to me. There was somebody that acted just like Shibby. I guess you could call him. I don't know. I'm not seeing it personally. Maybe they're just they were high or whatever. But somebody told me it reminded me of somebody. I thought about it. I'm like, I don't know. I see some similarities there, but I don't know. I don't know. That's pushing it. But she is right. I won't say who, but the closest person I've seen that acts like Shibby would have been Reg fucking Dumbo, Tyler Carpenter. Straight up, swear to God. I swear to God, dude. In fact, they even asked me, "Are you sure they?" Like, actually, no, I haven't seen Shibby other than the pictures he posts or whatever. And I'm like, I know he's Canadian and he's weird and he's bald. That's about all I know. Oh no, no, no. Well, I don't want to make you feel bad or whatever, but I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna even comment on a response to that one. Just say no. Well, it kind of would make. And I don't know. I don't think Tyler would ever fucking work for the prof. Yeah, I don't see that happening because Tyler hates the prof. So I was just like, no, it's not fucking Greg. God. It'd be like, I don't know, in the archive doing a complete 360 at one point, changing his name, his main account, and all this other shit, and then somehow be fucking modding for somebody like one of us or whatever. That's no, that's not gonna happen. Man, I was watching a live today, and I felt smart because they was talking about something they couldn't understand. I knew exactly what the fuck it was, and I kept explaining it to them. And they didn't listen. And I'm just like, what the? And they would just keep talking. I'm like, guys, I know what that app is. It's not what you think. And I just was completely and utterly ignored. But then all eyes comes out and says the same exact fucking words I do, and everybody's just like, "Oh!" I'm just like, "Yeah." Oh shit! Yeah. Oh, there was other stuff. I was gonna be on somebody's show on Thursday. What time is it when it's 2 p.m. Central, when Eastern time? That's impossible, Chippy, because you never amused me, and I'm the saddest one here. Fucker. So it's okay. Cool. So yeah, 3 Eastern. Um, translate the rest and do whatever time you're fucking on. But I'm gonna be the guest on somebody's YouTube channel. Apparently, she must have asked me about basically how I grew up and shit when I was 15 and when I was 12 and fucking going to meet the dude out there in fucking Fort Lauderdale and shit. I don't have any. Yeah, she has no idea what the fuck to expect. She just don't. But yeah, Darlene. I don't know if you've ever heard of that creator, Darlene. I think it's Jay Clark or whatever. She's really nice. So yeah, anybody that doesn't show up is going to be judged. And you're not showing up for me. You're showing up to make it look like you know what I'm saying. Okay, yeah. Be nice, people, for once in your life, or I'll guilt trip the fuck out of all y'all. And I was supposed to go live yesterday, and I'm gonna say that it was an emergency or whatever, but no, I was hitting another major at the casino, so I mean, he was like, come online or like make $1,000, and I was like, I think I need $1,000 first. Sorry. Dino's like, bro, you gotta start recording these. I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm doing that. I'm like, I don't, yeah, I have other ways of verifying, but I should have recorded them bitches because that's like the fifth one. Chibi, stop being creepy. Um, well, I mean, I could say I try to be nice in all the chats and all this other facts, but I mean, I think that would be kind of me lying. I'm not really much of a liar, so. Hi! But, no, no, I'm just, yeah, I go by the law of, be as fucking brutally honest and fucking say what you feel like saying. And I don't know, fuck all. Whoever doesn't fucking, it is what it is. Shibby, don't make me leave a blemish on your fucking reflective surface of a head. Or should I just call you? Yeah, I think everybody should refer to Chibi as Tyler now. So we can call him Mini T. I was challenged by someone, and I'd like to think I already figured it out. So they we had a spy, you guys. I can't tell you the who or what the account they were using, but apparently there was somebody here that was pretending to be a man that was not a man. Not here, everywhere but here, kind of. I guess. Well, I mean, if it fits, you know what I'm saying? It's even the same color as a fucking cue ball, bro. uh, every time I see your head, dog, I'm gonna just grab some chalk and just. But yeah, that's some crazy ass shit. And I still don't get how the fuck the cops and all that didn't have DNA for fucking bashers. Like 15, I don't know. When the first crime was committed, they should have gotten the DNA because he became a convicted sexual offender and fucking felon. And now they had to use genetic genealogy to identify the killer after so long since he's killed. FYI, the yogurt shop murders. I mean, I've watched two press conferences in the last 2 days, and I'm gonna go with yeah. I'm pretty sure they feel they know 100% that fucking Robert Bashers was the one that killed the four girls that night at the yogurt shop. What's up, John Paul? Why do you think there's a hillbilly frog in my throat? Because I have an accent? Bitch, I'm from the South. You wouldn't know what that's a boot now, would you? Fucking Canuck. But yeah, it turned out that somehow they found DNA at the scene and all this other stuff linking back to this serial killer who killed himself because he was about to have to face justice for his crimes. Yeah, they should have been getting the positive ID off the fucking DNA a long fucking time ago. And honestly, yeah, he probably should have been caught before he had a chance to off himself. It's like one of those, like I said, it's like the fucking bowling alley one, or beforehand, but the super bike murders or whatever. Todd Colehep, another serial killer we found out ended up killing the four people at the super bike place. And now we find out that Robert Basher is another serial killer because they by the time they killed him, I'm not sure even what they were trying to arrest him for or why he offed himself. but I'm sure they suspected him in something because of his long, fucking glorious record of attempted murders and fucking sexual assaults. But apparently, this guy was not on the list whatsoever. I'm sorry if I got me a list. That's the kind of guy I run on that list right there. But I do. I kind of get why they didn't have him on the suspect list or whatnot at the time because most of his crimes and all this other shit was committed in around basically Texas and other states. And I'm not sure if they even knew at the time that he had ventured into fucking Texas. It's a fire wolf. Yeah, it's a baby wolf, a puppy, uh, born in the depths of hell. But he still can't just deny he's adorable. So yeah. It's basically literally word for word what I typed into ChatGPT and it popped up. I was like, there you go. But yeah, I mean, other than yeah, we still got the bowling alley one that needs to be solved. But it's gotten to the point finally where we actually know what happened in most of these fucking crazy ass multiple homicides that were infamous over the years. He said, I remember a diner where at least 2 or 3 people were shot to death, and it turned out to be the lesbian lover of one of them who had the crime helped covered up by the sheriff of the county at the time, which I got to figure out which one case that was because it was fucking crazy. And technically, it's still unsolved too. But yeah, bowling alley left. I think there was one in a department store that's still unsolved. I think it might be Indiana or Illinois or somewhere nearby there or whatnot. I was born in not too. I just needed a reason to hear my own voice. So, and I was already late. I was, yes, you hear a fucking rooster, man. They never shut the fuck up. But yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll record y'all a fucking video with these fucking roosters and why you hear them, why they seem so fucking close. They're not fucking mine, but they're literally fucking, I don't know, 85 steps away from me right now. And every time they make that fucking sound, I think of KFC. Like, KFC. Yes. Like, this is the Hispanic ghetto. The only person that keeps their chickens under control is the guy that sells the chickens. If that makes any sense. Everybody else just like leaves them outside. And if you ever meet a nice, cute like goat or something around here, yeah, don't make friends with it because, like, you know, 30 hours later, fucking everybody's eating lamb, and you're like, where'd the cute goat go? So yeah, you would be amazed. These are some bad fucking roosters, yo. And the gators and the snakes rarely get these motherfuckers. Like the people next door have probably like I don't know, 10 to 20 chickens and roosters altogether. And there's a farm literally across the street, just a ways down past the jungle or the swamp. Yeah, the swamp. But yeah, If you didn't hear it already, let's just say basically Melly's fucked. So yeah. Apparently, his buddy, the car driver or whatever, is taking a plea deal and stuff. So I'm wondering if that means he's going to testify against Melly. But I mean, once that happens, it's done. It's over. So we'll see. That's illegal, Tracy. It's like, dude, I know this guy named Michael Vick. He likes he makes really scary fighting pit bulls. One Charles. One Charles. Man, I talked to my homeboys. Yeah, I ain't gonna want to say that. I guess this story's just fucking weird. So what's been going on with you all today? I bought myself some new sneakers. They're fly as shit. But yeah, what is it? We got Darlene coming up here because she's gonna tell her story in this show, and I'm gonna interview her too. And I think something's going on with TJ. At least, I think I don't fucking know. Where the fuck is TJ at? And oh yeah, Farmer's coming in here too. I was gonna invite Fishy, but I don't know. She's been a mopey bitch, so I don't really want to deal with it. So yeah, I'll have to see if she's in a better mood or something. You don't need another thing to tend to chickens. Old boy has his chickens in an air conditioned heated barn with no windows. His country again. I don't know. I'm touchy about the whole like cockfighting and especially because like it's just like the fucking dog fighting. So I don't know. Don't worry about it. But if Popeyes wants to fuck itself up, then why not? Yeah, see, we're normal out here in the South. We would just have weed or something in there, not chickens. Just so. See, I knew she was fucking here somewhere. I told you. I hope you get better soon, TJ. Oh, I also found out. I don't know. I really shouldn't give that those fucking people any attention in the first place. But yeah, I figured out exactly why I was having trouble going in certain chats and channels and stuff. Well, apparently someone was impersonating me. And, like I said, we have a spy. Well, okay, correction. Diana has a spy. I was told that there was no way in hell that I would ever figure out who the hell that person's alternate account was. I think it took me about 10 minutes. I haven't confirmed it yet, but let's just say I'm really good about this shit. Well, I mean, technically, the person's not coming on my channel to stalk me. She's yeah, they are trying to keep an eye on me through your channel, apparently. Which honestly, it's not even a spy. It's just somebody that's yeah, it's a gag kind of thing that I call her a spy. So oh, there was an update. Probably due to the steroids, FYI, but I'm back up to 216 pounds. So still not that yet, but yeah, I'm no longer a Skeletor, so yeah, that's a plus. Shibby, I hope you know that one day, just because of this weird pencil guy that you keep talking about, I'm going to shave your eyebrows off to match your head. I'm not sure why I even said that, but yeah, now you know. And you know I've been thinking about it for quite some time because obviously that was the actual plan I came up with in my head about literally just shaving everything off and just completely bald, completely all of it. Yes, that would be hilarious. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, we'll give him one of those big ass fucking hoop earrings. Hell yeah. Well, you're gonna have to work out a little bit, homeboy, because Mr. Clean be like, boosh. That's another thing I never got. Apparently, the moment I entered this group or whatever, I think, yeah, Diana told me, nice bangs. Shibby's gonna be jealous. I was like, what the fuck are you even talking about? What is a shibby? Why is he jealous? Well, Everett, he's got the best bangs. I'm like, uh huh. And then I see Shibby in the chat, and he's bald as fuck. So I'm just like, I am so fucking lost here, dude. The last time my barber said, oops, that bitch damn near cut my fucking ear off. She tried to pull a fucking Tyson on my ass. Had to retire. Yeah, because I was like, why are we talking about my bangs? It's just fucking hair. It's weird. Stop doing that. And then I'm, somehow being compared to the bald guy. And I'm like, huh? But that doesn't necessarily work. There's those creepy chicks that chicks that like nothing but bald guys. And some of them even, seem all right. And all that. I'm just like, nah, I can't see myself going Uncle Fester just to get some strange. I just can't do it. I mean, this motherfucker over here looked like he about to go record a video for "I'm too sexy for my shirt, too sexy for my shirt, so sexy it hurts." It's like, what the fuck, bro? Uh, somehow, I need to turn that into a gag or something. Randomly start posting pictures of like weird, fucked up, famous people that are bald as fuck, and be like, "Yeah, I should be sending me this earlier," or some shit like that. I scream my woman. I ask if looks are important. If they say no, that's my type. Huh. Yeah, I think because I normally think I look like Shrek, and I do believe if you take Shrek, you shave its head hair off, and then what was the other? Oh, make him white. You have Uncle Fester. Yeah, I mean, I have a long list of rules that I won't even consider going anywhere near trying to date somebody or whatnot if they don't like somehow pass the rules. It's like I don't know if you're significantly dumber than I am, I can't date you. And they're like, why can't you? I'm like, okay, I don't want to feel like I can manipulate you at all damn times and doing whatever the hell I want you to do. So I'm sorry if I can, or you're mental enough that I can do that, even if you are intelligent. That's just not a good sign. I'm evil. I'm not a very nice person. Don't give me power and of any kind. It's just smart. I mean, 1 minute it goes from being a harem full of chicks to a cult, and then it's like, oh shit, man. I usually like them younger, honestly, like around the 30s or something like that. Since I'm like 43. But some of them 50-year-old bitches, man, they aging pretty well, man. I might have to reconsider my stance on the matter. uh, Albeit, every time I see them and what they look like, I'm like, so what else did you get in the deal with the devil that you made? I have one specific person that I always say that to her. I'm like, yeah, we get it. You made a fucking deal with the devil. Well, I mean, like, okay, when I met the person, they showed me what they look like, and I was like, hey, girl. And then they said their age. And I'm like, no, no, that's not true. And it was. So I'm like, so wait, I look like I'm your daddy, and you are damn near almost 10 years older than me. Like, now I feel like I really am old. See, yeah. Shh, we don't talk about the harem. Yeah, there's only two types of people that understand what that even is, and it's usually either people who watched anime or some sort of shit. Because, yeah, and people that have done some weird, extensive research into Middle Eastern fucking shit. should be. It's called a these phones when they're brand new, they're fucking real sensitive. You guys don't. You hit a part of the screen, it jumps back to the previous page or some bullshit. And it's who pulling another Charles? I mean, I'm right here, fuckface. Why am I didn't do nothing rude. The stupid thing just fucking blinked off on me. And it shows that it's still, yeah. But yeah, another thing that I don't think Darlene is suspected yet, which, yeah. Hopefully she doesn't have to learn, but I'm probably gonna have to tell her to mod a couple of people because I'm gonna be posting the fuck out of Link everywhere and stuff for all these things. And yeah, I'm sure my loving fans are gonna show up. You know, they always do. They're probably here right now. But um, I thought I'd sit around and wait and not talk about Delphi and shit for the longest time. Until something like were to happen. But I got this multi like project thing I'm putting together. I'm not even gonna say what I'm trying to get point out the outcome to be in this project or whatever. But it should ruin a lot of people's days. So it definitely seems like the thing I need to do. Because honestly, I do think that all the answers we've been looking for has not all. Of them. Definitely be a fucked up thing, you know. But yeah, I think most of the answers that we're looking for are sitting there. We just aren't looking at things the right way. Anybody's welcome to help if they want, but at the same time, how do I put this? You probably don't want it. That's all I have to say. Because the whole point of the entire project is by the end of it, we're going to know exactly who probably was involved in the Delphi murders and who wasn't. Plus, part of me wants to do it to be mean, but I don't want to be that person anymore, so I got to think of a different reason. So, but I'm trying to get Patrick Westfall and Elvis Fields to do interviews on the channel. So, and since I already know, I know Westfall pretty well actually in real life, and I've already talked to Fields, so it's not impossible. It'd be fun. There's a lot of people in the community that still think they're the ones who did it and all this other stuff. So I gotta buy a microphone and some more shit. So, you know, I keep forgetting to do the music part of this fucking show or whatever. Because true crime has just been kind of a bummer lately. So yeah. But yeah, the other night when I talked about all the celebrities and all the other people who used and abused their status or whatnot to become pedophiles and all kinds of other shit, you know, like Epstein and all the other motherfuckers, or just the ones that seem to be acting sus, or R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, Danny Masterson, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, it's for that whole David guy or whatnot. I'm not sure why he dismembered his 14-year-old girlfriend. I'm sure we're gonna find out eventually, but they haven't even made an arrest on him yet. And another thing I hadn't talked about. Well, you're gonna see there's some crazy shit going on in that case too. Um, he I don't want to say this is exactly what he's doing, but allegedly there is another girl who's still popping up at this guy's concerts, who is dressed and looks and all that exactly like the dismembered chick, the 14-year. I'm not entirely sure what's up with that. I mean, is he trying to throw the cops off or fuck with them, or did he just like to have the reminder of when she used to sit there watching his shit all the time? I don't know. It's fucking weird. Um, I kind of left it to Farmer, whether or not, because I always try to stick for like the unsolved stuff. Um, Unless it's just a really like a case I want to talk about that night, then I don't care if it's solved or not. But I usually when I have somebody on the show like that, I basically, where are you from? Okay, that's where you live now. Okay. Well, I'm gonna find the nastiest unsolved murders I can in your area, and you just gotta pick one, and we'll talk I am. If anybody wants to come join or talk or whatever, I'm going to be also doing the Florida thing very soon. And I don't know. I need some people that know their shit. I need to get on Reddit and see if my main researcher is around. I'd love to have her on the show. She's fucking legendary. Like, how do I put this? In regards to like Delphi and Flora and all kinds of other cases, she's probably the best researcher. She's like Tom Webster on crack. She got the PowerPoints and everything. She made me a map of the entire Florida area. It 3D dimensioned houses all over the map, right? And each house had the person's name on it and shit that lived there. It wasn't even until that point that she gave me that map, right? That it finally occurred to me, like, holy shit, Patrick Westfall lived really fucking close to them, to Galen and her kids. Like, he walks out of his fucking house. He's looking right at it. It's like half a block away, maybe a quarter. I'm like, that's just okay. Now that's a little bit weird. And yeah. In my personal opinion, there's like, how do I put this the right way? There's only two groups of suspects. It's either one or the other. I don't see. I mean, then you get the third group that tries to blame Galen, and that's not going to happen because, like, honestly, I have probably as much information as anybody else has in this case, and there's nothing directing that. You know, I have the person I talk to every single time I talk to them. They're like, "Why is Jameson on them still like gung ho about protecting it?" I'm like, "Because Galen's a nice person whose 4 daughters got murdered, and maybe we should be nice to people like that." I don't know. Stop implying people fucking murdered their kids and shit just because, shit happens. I don't get it at all myself. It's like, okay, I give you, y'all got a vendetta against each other or something now or something. And it's like, not y'all, but this person. I'm like, see, I always told everybody, I'm like, if there is, and there probably is, let's just be clear, it probably is true on some sort of level, that there's police and political official corruption and da 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 in Indiana and yada yada yada. Delphi would not be the kind of case that people should be like jumping to it to prove the whole conspiracy and all that other bullshit. It's Florida and the other fires. I mean, look at all the crimes that happened in the immediate area for the last 10 years. Stabbings is literally one of the least rare, or no, most rare crimes out of the bunch. From dudes getting beat to death by baseball bats to being shot to this, that, and the other. Not that many people were stabbed in that area in that same 10 years. But I think it was like 60% of the motherfuckers died in the fire. Because I don't know if y'all have ever looked up Florida and shit. There's a lot of people. Like, I remember hearing about this story where dad wasn't at home where his kids were. He was somewhere else in his car. And he burned to death, right? While he was burning to death, his house where the kids are at catch on fire, and they all burned to death too, separate from their father. That's just weird. I mean, the most easiest way to make money and all that other shit and underground organizations is stuff like real estate and all that stuff. It's good money. And I think the same person that was saying, "What are they trying to protect her? What are they trying to do?" The best thing I could probably say is just like, hold on, I'll get back to it in a minute. But yeah, I also and it's not like I wasn't trying to gatekeep them or anything like that. It's just like, why would I do something nice for people that are attacking me at the moment? Um, I had an expert look, and accelerants and shit for the federal government or whatnot looking into um, all the information that we had obtained in regards to Flora. I mean, the main suspect for most people seemed to go with the landlord's brother that lived behind that Flora house. And even that night, what we can see and all this other shit, he's acting really fucking weird. If you remember watching Yoder's dash cam of Flora, at one point when people were freaking out, they're screaming and all this other shit because they're just coming under the realization that the 4 kids are still up there in the house that's burning. He just nonchalantly walks by wearing red jean shorts and stuff, like doesn't have a care in the world. Like, oh, dying, huh? That's gotta suck. Shoom. But another friend of mine actually jumped on something. See, in Flora, how it's described as how the crime was committed. Somebody threw a Molotov cocktail. Yes, you heard me correctly. A Molotov type cocktail into the back doorish area of the Flora house, which started the fire, which did this and that, and that's how the girl said. Well, the landlord's brother made a comment about how before the fire started going nuts, he saw a trail of accelerant leading away from the house that was lit on fire. Well, from what I know, I think they tested the area and all that, and that was untrue. So, plus you have people around like this might actually be the case for someone like Patrick Westfall involved or whatever. Yeah, it's going to seem like a high stressful event when I talk about Flora or whatever, but I'm pretty sure it'll be fine. And okay, so yeah, you get the landlord's brother. I can't remember their fucking names, but the other set of suspects is what's pure insanity. So basically, one is just a single killer that just killed a couple, tiny mass murder, and the other one, I guess, was a serial killer. And they'd be like, "Oh, he's gonna come back and jerk off on him," and blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, we don't need to have that. All right, I'm bored again. Start chatting, fuckers. We can sit here as long as we have to. Shut up, air conditioner. Fuck you up. Well, speak now, forever hold your peace, because yeah, I'm probably gonna go ahead and just priggity biggity. That's the case. I need to go back through all the news probably the last few months and see what other cases have all had breakthroughs. Probably a lot of them. But all right, then. All right, y'all have a good night. Tartar.